Hi, this is Stefanie Maegan. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Because therapy is too expensive. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy.
No, mic check fine. 1 2 3 4 5.
That sounds good.
Excuse me.
Damn.
The rosé.
You're not allowed to burp on the show anymore. We got called out. Well, I got called out.
You got called out.
I burp a lot. I burp a lot. Ever since I was younger, I was just like a burping bitch.
You don't burp that much, though, I feel like.
You're
when you drink bubbly.
You're probably just so immune to my
grossness. I'm not immune to it, but I don't think you burp that much. I don't notice it that much.
I burp.
I mean, you burp. You burp, but you don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I'm doing the show and I'm drinking a sparkling wine,
yeah.
And I was drunk as fuck in that episode, so
yeah,
that's why I was I drank the whole bottle of wine by myself.
Yeah,
because I'm an adult.
I remember I think I was asleep when you called me after that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I call you after?
I think so.
I did.
I was pretty sure I was asleep.
I blacked out after, not blacked out. That sounds a little dramatic, but my memory was fuzzy because I left my camera rolling afterwards when I was done for an hour. And it was just recording dead air.
Nice. It works. Are we starting right now?
I guess. You know how this goes.
I feel like I'm not prepared.
Should I prepare you?
I mean, I don't know.
You know how this goes.
I'm so used to being on the other side of it, though. It's weird. It's still weird for me. How does it
feel? You used to listen to me, talk about getting how other guys would give me orgasms, and now you sit here and you gave me an orgasm yesterday.
I mean, we all have lives. We've all had lives before we met, so it doesn't.
Yeah, but then now you know me. Now you give me orgasms.
Yeah.
Is it weird?
No, not at all.
Was it weird at first?
No, I think I told you at first I was nervous. I wanted to I didn't want to disappoint. From listening to the podcast, I felt like I had to really deliver in the bedroom.
Oh yeah, you were nervous.
Yeah, so I was like,
I'm not saying about nervous about having sex. But now everyone knows that you were nervous about having sex.
Yeah, in the beginning I was like, yo, you be talking big shit on the pod. I don't want to disappoint.
Did I talk big shit?
You did.
Did I? What was your impression?
You definitely talk big shit because I was nervous. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm like, oh, she was just popping. She's getting her shit off.
Yeah, I mean, I was just.
Not saying that you were lying or anything, but I was just like.
Oh,
I thought you was gonna be this sex pro.
But now I'm a sex medium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she's a lot more vanilla.
I was about to call you vanilla, but I don't want to upset you.
I'm vanilla, huh? I'm pretty vanilla.
But vanilla's not a bad thing. I think vanilla is just regular.
Yeah.
But I don't think you want. Here's the thing. I think you're vanilla, but I don't think you want to be vanilla. I think you want to try other things. Though.
I do, and I just feel like we just haven't done any crazy things yet. But I definitely fantasize about it. But I feel like when we're having sex, it's just it's fun, but it's just I'm not trying to think of trying to do the craziest thing. I'm just in the moment. I'm and sometimes I'd be tired. Let's be honest. We adults, we work and shit. Actually, should I just introduce myself before we get into it? I just feel like we were just on a tangent. Hi guys, it's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Broke Girl Therapy. And guess what? I got my motherfucking boyfriend, Bryan. Can I say your last name?
Sure.
Grace. Bryan Grace. That's going to be my future name.
Hello, everyone.
We're not engaged.
It's funny because when I worked in radio and my radio name was Killer B.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to, he was at the associate program director at the time. And he realized because mind you, still to this day, everybody in Fresno knows me as Killer. Some people don't even call me Bryan. It's just, It's Killer B. What's up?
Yeah.
So it was first time seeing my full name. And he was like, your name's Bryan Grace? Yo, that name is kind of dope. That's a radio name right there. Why are you walking around here as Killer B? That should be your name.
Low-key, that's why I want to marry you is because your last name.
Oh, well, that's dope.
I want to be Stefanie Maegan Grace.
It fits.
I feel
like it fits more than Bryan Grace. Oh, yeah, of course.
No, Bryan Grace is fly as hell.
I think just because
Bryan Grace sounds like he's got good dick. And he does. Bryan Grace got good dick.
Well,
Your friends that are listening to this are so like just they're grossed
I know
out.
that I told you my best friend Braz told me that he doesn't listen sometimes.
Yeah, because it's like too sexual.
It's a he loves me, but he's like, I don't need to know that about you, brother.
But he listens when you're here, so now you had no choice but to listen to the fact that
but this is not gonna
best friend has good
this is not gonna be a sex episode though, so
this is not.
Stick around. Everybody, what up?
Okay, going
all the
back,
family and friends.
But going back to how you said I was vanilla, I'm offended.
No, I don't. No, that's the thing. I don't think you're like. I think
explain how sex is like with me. No one's ever done that on the show. Let's do it. Tell them paint them a picture. Don't be nice.
No, I got you. It's. I mean, I think it's like most people though. When you have when you're in the moment and you're in the mood and things get turned up and hot and heavy, you kind of switch into that other. Yeah. You know, I feel like a lot of people, they have another side to them, that sexual side, right?
Right.
And I think, you turn into that. And it's here's the thing, like, I think thus far in life, you've only done vanilla, but that's what I'm saying. I think the things that like turn you on, like even when we have sex now, it's still, even though I said this is not a sex podcast, but even though like the things that turn you on during sex now, it's very like, it's not vanilla.
Oh yeah, it's not. I'm telling you. I like to get beat.
Yeah.
I like my tits to be like squeezed.
Yeah,
I'm like squeeze my tits harder. Like what? I
feel bad.
doing?
You have bruises sometimes.
Do I?
Yeah, you be having not just on your body sometimes. You know, I mean, we just be in the moment and you be like,
oh, I never even noticed it. When? I have a bruise right now.
No, like on your ass and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, like on my butt.
Oh, all the time.
I always have. I will never know because I don't look at my butt.
Oh yeah, like every time.
Damn.
I didn't realize you didn't know that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, because I'm not looking at my ass all day.
I didn't think of that, but yeah.
Damn, yeah. Let me know next time I got a bruise.
I mean, it happens
like to know.
Every time.
I would very like
every time, babe.
Okay. Really?
Well, if your roommate's home, then no, because we're not. We're not like smacking. We're not smacking around and all of that. But
when
it's just us, yeah, for sure.
We do like it's the most silent sex, like
which
ever.
is funny because
it's so silent. Like I won't even let him.
Silent, yeah.
I won't even let him breathe. Like if he breathes, I'm like, shh, quiet down. Jess is in the other room because her bed is right next to the wall.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until you told me.
Yeah, but she I haven't told her that we've had sex with her in the house before. I always like lie and tell her like, oh, I only do it when you go out. But now she knows.
Yeah, I mean, but we're respectful. I don't feel like we.
Yeah, I just don't like anyone hearing me have sex. Like that's so weird, and I don't want to hear anyone else have sex. Well, that's a lie. I want to hear y'all, but I don't want you guys to hear me.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably in the same boat with that too, though.
Yeah,
I'm not big on the public.
No,
all of that.
No.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I like it private.
For sure.
Kind of, because we're like publicly talking about it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. I think with the podcast, I think I thought you were just like
always talking about sex. Yeah, all
just
the
sexually,
time.
Just out there, like.
But it's like it's I mean, yes, I talk about sex, but it's like I think that's what it is. I mean, what you're thinking is also like I felt like why it was so hard for me to date before is because people or guys just had this like assumption because I was so open to talk about it. Just because I'm so open to talk about it doesn't mean I'm like a sex expert. I never came on here being like, I know everything about sex. I'm over here like, I've had hella episodes being like, I don't come, y'all. I don't know how to come. Like that, those were like older shit, So, and then like, it was just me kind of like, oh, now I know how to orgasm and figuring that all out. So it's like, I get it when you like hear about like just kind of the outline of what I do versus actually hearing and understanding like what I like talk about and why I do what I do. So I get it.
Yeah, you look beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I know. So you're staring at me. It's like, what are you looking? I'm like, do I got peas on my face?
No.
Okay.
No. Just admiring.
Yeah, everyone, so sweet. Oh my God, I love you guys. Are so nice together. So sweet. He's so good to you. He is. Ain't gonna lie.
Try my best.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since you've been on here and we've talked about our relationship and everything like that. Like, I feel like I've been talking about everyone else's like stories and I haven't really given like too much of a life update of what's to come. But not really. This is not about sex anymore. Like, what's the next step in our relationship? Like, we've got to this point. We've been doing long distance. You lived in Oakland. I've been here in Los Angeles, and we've been doing like long distance for over a year now. Yeah. And excuse me, I had to burp and I held that in. So
good job, babe.
Thank you. I'm so sad I can't burp anymore. Anyways,
just try to burp all. She like the person said, at least not directly into the mic. So
but
just do it off mic.
To do it in the mic.
You gotta listen to the people.
I know. I know. I'm sure people listening are like grossed out. Anyways, what was I saying?
Well, you were just kind of chronicling where we're at now, and I think we kind of came to this point, maybe sometime like a little before Christmas.
Yeah,
I think we both were just kind of like, I think there was one week where I was really missing you, and then I was like, yo, I'm over the long distance.
Yeah,
like,
and I just
I'm through with it.
Yeah, and like the last few times that we've just like traveled to see each other, it's been just so like dreadful. Like I get so like irritated driving 5 hours to go. Yeah. Sometimes 6, and the last time it was 8.
8 all day.
To like that was rough. Yeah, to go see you and stuff, and it's just like, fuck. Like at first it was cool because it's like, oh yeah, road trip. I got to be in a different city for a second, and then it just was like, oh, I'm so excited to see you, but fuck.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know, and like, yeah, I could fly, but I have my pets. I bring my laundry because you have an in-washer, dryer unit thing, whatever. So I'm like, let's do my laundry there instead of going to the whatever. Anyways, so yes, I don't have a washer and dryer unit because it's LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just like so sick of this commute and long distance, and we've always just like I think got to a point in a relationship where we knew like, okay, like we know we want to be together
right
forever, or like for at least a really long time, you know. And like it's kind of like we're already set on that, so why not take the next step, you know? And
yeah, and so we kind of started having those conversations. What does that look like? And then, you know, obviously a big part of that conversation is money. So then when we start talking about money and actually looking, you know what I mean? Yeah, we started actually looking and seeing that, okay, in LA we can get this place that we really like, but it's only a 1-bedroom. And if we want to live where we want to live, kind of the way we want to live, it's a 1-bedroom and it's, you know,
somewhere else.
almost 2 G's.
Right.
And or we started looking at other options, maybe outside
and what we're paying for what we pay in LA, we could get
a 2 or 3 bedroom.
Right. And so what I'm trying to say is, you guys, is I'm planning to, oh my God. I'm planning to move out of LA.
Big deal for you. See, here's the thing. I was all for a non-LA location.
Yeah, he was. Well, you were down to come to LA. Like you were so willing. This was even like your idea. Like it was really, I was like, okay, we're going to move in together. That was both of our ideas. And then, you know, there's this, we're not going to say what city we're going to yet because he's not letting me.
Well, nothing's fine. I'm saying, here's the thing. Nothing's finalized. Everything's still in the works.
But we know what city we want to go to.
But also on top of that, though, there's a lot of people close to me that I haven't talked to about it yet. And I just,
yeah,
you know,
okay, I get it.
Like, honestly, them, you know, they know that we're eventually going to move in together. But as far as knowing, like, when and where and all of that, like, they don't know all. So I would rather have that conversation with them before just kind of coming to the pod with it first.
Right. And so we haven't had like anything super finalized.
Right.
But we do know, like, I'm going to live with you in Oakland for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then save some money. And then we're going to move to this city that we know we want to move in.
Yeah.
And
which probably won't be difficult to figure out if you
follow me on Twitter.
Stefanie on social media.
If you follow me on Twitter.
Especially after this weekend. It's
because when this is out, they'll see where we were over the weekend on my birthday. Yeah, this is going to be out after my birthday.
It's the birthday episode.
Dear 31-year-old Steph, I love you from 30-year-old Steph. That's a message to my editing self.
Nice.
Because this is going to be out after my birthday anyways.
Nice.
That was corny.
It was fine, baby.
Anyways, so we are going to a new city.
Yeah.
I'm okay, you guys, I've lived in California in the Los Angeles County my entire life. Besides when I lived in Redlands my junior year and when I lived in Pennsylvania when I was 5, but we just scratch that. Junior year of high school. So this is like, but anyways, but again, I've lived my life mostly in LA and really thought I'd be here for the rest of my life. But also there was a part of me deep down that was like, I never got to explore or like had that type of experience to live in a different city, you know? Like I think we kind of get like sold on this idea that LA is like the best place to go, you know? Like I met so many people who literally like drop their whole life just to come to this city, and I'm like, well, shit, I was born here, you know? And so I always thought like, well, why would I leave if I literally have everything here? Because don't get me wrong, LA is such an amazing city. I rep LA to the day I fucking die. I fucking love this city. LA, that's me.
Yeah. Why see the world when you got the beach?
Exactly. Ocean. There you go. Sweet life. Anyways, so yeah, I just want to experience something new. And I've never had this moment. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous. Like, cause this is just my home.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know, and also I think the biggest worry that I've had was what's going to happen to Brocal Therapy. And you guys, like, Brocal Therapy will never die. I love this show. Thankfully with, you know, my 9-to-5 jobs, I've mastered, you know, how to edit and produce virtual shows. And, you know, I'm obviously still going to have all the same people. I'm still going to visit LA, to be honest, like once or twice a year. Cause
your
that's
chest
just,
okay, baby?
I don't know why I'm holding my chest.
Yeah, I'm like, you okay?
I don't know why. But I just feel like I'm going to visit. So I still like record episodes, still see people. Things will be virtual, but also it's like an opportunity to like go meet people too. Like I'm going to go on like, well, I can't go on dates anymore. And that's fine because I'm not trying to find another man. I'm going to go on like friend dates. I'm going to go on Bumble BFF and like meet new friends. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is I'm nervous, but I'm so excited because this is such an opportunity to like be inspired again and to just start over and to like, and I feel like that will be brought into the show. It's just like something like so different but exciting, you know. And the same, you'll still get HK, y'all still get Rose. Like they're not going anywhere. I'm giving them some special equipment, so like the shit's still gonna be fire,
right?
You know. And I'm still gonna visit them, and I'm also gonna have them visit me. So,
and I think that's interesting because I kind of have a different perspective, right? Because this is your first like big move, especially as an adult, right? And so for me, I think I'm not as nervous because
you've done this.
Not moving out of state, but I've done a couple of moves. You know what I mean? Big moves from Oakland to Fresno to LA back to Oakland. You know what I mean? I've done it a few times. So where I'm more excited, where I'm like, okay, cool. I have like a partner, somebody, a support. Like it's not just all me, like having to do it by myself this time around. And also like that, at least for me, not so much in Fresno because when I went to Fresno, it was a college and I had roommates and it was just a great situation. But when I moved to LA, one of the tough things was I moved out here and it was just me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. And I was like, this community, this group of friends that had turned into family in Fresno weren't there anymore. This career that I was really stable and successful in wasn't there anymore. Yeah. It was a fresh start and I was by myself and it kind of fucked me up in a lot of ways.
Damn.
I got really lonely. I didn't know what to do. Didn't really like, that's what people, you ask me all the time, oh, have you ever been here? Have you seen this in LA? Every dish? Like, yo, no, I didn't do anything. I never left the house. Like, it was like.
I wish we knew each other. We did, but we didn't like actually hang out.
Which is crazy because like, obviously now that we know each other and I'm like, oh, I lived here. And you'd be like, oh, I would be right there all the time. Like,
yeah. So we were always in like each other's like area.
Even like where you live now is like.
Not far from where you live.
It's like less than a 10-minute, like probably a 10-minute drive to where I used to live. So yeah. So I think just for me, I'm excited that not only get to like have the fresh start because I do like that. I do like that fresh start feeling. Like it is, it's a great feeling. It's so good. Yeah. But then like when that comes down, I'm excited to have you, you know what I mean? And just our friends that are already in this other place too, right, to kind of explore and venture out and see things. And both of them have already been there for a period of time and
right,
know the ins and outs, know where to be, know what,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
People, so we're going to have like some sort of support.
Right. So I'm excited for that. Like obviously, and kind of how we were talking the other night, just knowing that there's going to be other challenges and things of that nature, just because we're going from long distance to living together.
Each other. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but also think that you moving to Oakland is like a nice
little
step.
Practice. Yeah. Yeah. So if y'all on the Bay, let's hang out.
Yeah. Exactly. But no, I think that if you look at our relationship, man, we've always, it sometimes feels like it's going quick and it's going fast, but if you really look at it, we really take our time with a lot of shit, and we really make sure we're comfortable before we go into something. I don't know if that's more me because that's my personality, but I feel like we definitely do that. So I think just even the steps of like, we've decided to make this big jump out of state to go somewhere else. It's still like, okay, but first, let's move in together. Like we had that conversation right before it was even Oakland. It was like, well, okay, one of us probably need to get together before we move out of state. So, just these small steps and these little things that we do to kind of make sure we're on the same page. I feel like
I know we're really good. We're really good at like kind of like communicating and taking our time and not being impulsive, and like we're really good at that with each other. Like, and I feel like we always kind of like we always want the same things, and I think that's what like why our relationship works so well, is because at the end of the day, like we have the same type of goal,
right?
And we both, like just kind of like complement each other on how to like reach those goals, and like we are really good at like communicating and like letting each other know about our concerns, like, which we know we're gonna get into.
You always get on because you always say I'm lecturing you, but I don't want it to be like a lecture. It's just
a lecture, but I appreciate it, I guess.
It's not like a lecture. It's right. We're a team, right? It's funny. I thought of this when I went to the store. I was like, I'm gonna say this on the show. We're like a team, right?
Yes.
So, as teammates,
okay,
if you see a teammate doing something, and it's like, yo, I see what you're doing, and I see how you're trying to get. I see your end goal. I see the goal you're trying to get to, and I see the current route you're taking to get there.
Yeah.
If as your teammate, I'm like, yo, I know a quicker and easier route to get there. Like you can do that.
Wait, what was it about going to the store?
No, I'm saying I thought of this while I was going to the store.
Okay. What you were gonna say? Your dialogue is what you thought.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna call me out on something else.
No. Call you out. No, that's the thing. It's not calling you out. It's just like saying, look, we're both trying to get to the same goal, and just so happens, like I always tell you, bro, I've already been through this shit. Like,
okay, but they're probably really confused. On what we're talking about.
Give them some
we
background.
Jumped into your lecture without realizing what your lecture.
It's not a lecture though. That's what I was getting at. It's not a lecture. It's just me. Here's the thing, y'all. If y'all don't know this about Stefanie is probably one of the most stubborn people you will ever meet in your life.
Hi.
Like when I tell you that you can't tell her what to do, fam. The couch could be on fire, and I could be like, "Yo, the couch is on fire. You need to do this to put it out," and she's gonna be like, "Don't tell me what to do."
And I'm gonna sit there and
I'm gonna figure it out. I'll figure out how to put it out on my own.
Yeah, I don't need your directions.
Exactly. So for me as a partner, it gets frustrating because I'll be like, "Yo, you should do this, and everything will be fine." And then you're like, "No, I'm gonna do it my way."
Yeah.
And then chaos ensues or catastrophe happens, and then it's like,
and then I'm like, "Oh,
damn,
right.
I should have did it that other way." And then I'll be like, I don't be trying to be like the I told you so boyfriend, but I'll be like, damn, we could be chilling right now.
Yeah. So what he's referring to was when I picked him up from the airport, and I had a crazy day because I just had a lot of laptop issues because of my work, and then that backed me up, and then I ended up borrowing my roommate's laptop or roommate's computer, and then that kind of backed me up from like cleaning and like doing laundry and like just certain things. So I was like really behind on my to-do for those days. And so he gets here and he just sees me running around trying to get everything situated. There's shit on the floor from the dogs. Literally from the dogs. And I'm just like cleaning up everything, running around, out of breath because I have asthma. And you were just like, what else?
It's just overwhelming. I was just like, like, damn, like I literally like.
You had a long day of work, had a flight, and you're just like, I just want to relax. And here I am in like this chaotic energy. And he's just not having. He was like dead. You were dead silent. You did not want to talk to me. And I was like, oh, he's
No,
pissed.
It wasn't that. I was just letting you do your, like, I didn't.
No. When you are upset.
That's the thing. I wasn't even that mad though.
But like when I know something's on your mind and I know like you're really uncomfortable and you just want to say something. Oh my God. Like the silence like kills me.
Why? Just be quiet. Cause
it kills me because it's a different kind of quiet. You're not just chilling quiet, like relaxed quiet. You're like quiet.
No. This is news for me. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. Yo.
You had this look here. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Do that. I'm gonna sit right here. It's fine. I'm like, are you mad? Are you okay? Yeah. No. Yeah. Go finish what you're doing. Yeah. Sit on his like computer, like his phone. You're not even like giving me a kiss or a hug and shit. Being sweet.
Bruh, we came in and you were like, and I tried to go in the room and you were like, no, go in the living room because I need to clean up. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just sit in here and chill.
Nah, but you have a demeanor though. You got a demeanor. You don't even know it because you think you're just being cool with it, but you're not cool.
I just be chilling. Well, what would you like me to do in those moments?
Okay, sit there with a smile.
See, that's the.
Don't have an attitude. Just be patient and wait.
And this is where we bump heads because to Steph. That's like she's saying that shit jokingly, but low key like that.
Yeah, no, I want you to sit there with a smile and just be ready.
And the way I am is I'm like, if I'm upset, no, I'm finna sit here and be upset.
Yeah, you wear like your like emotions like on your face. Oh my God. Every time you get annoyed for an airport, if like you try to open that wine bottle, you can't. When you get upset.
I was just like, I'm let it chill, man.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to get better with that, so that's why I just be like, well, I'ma just not say nothing.
Yeah, because you really need like
just gather my thoughts.
You need like a really zen environment because you get really like anxious when things are chaotic.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I
think you're just used to it.
Well, now we know it's ADHD.
Right.
Like it really is. Like anyone who's in a relationship with someone who has ADHD, I'm sure like totally understands and gets it. Like it just, to me, like I feel like I'm fine. I'm being productive. Yes, I'm behind, but it's okay. And like to anyone else, and I totally understand. Like I'm not even trying to like bag on you for feeling the way that you feel.
No,
like
take it like that.
I would feel the same way too. Like walking in when I'm trying to be relaxed, and it's just like
it's a Friday night. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like a fucking tornado of shit that I have to do, and I'm just like scrubbing shit off the floor.
Yeah. So I think it's just
yeah. You kind of sat me down, and you were like, listen, like you are so close to getting what you want.
Right.
But I think that there's just some certain things with your day to day that you need to like change.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
And I think that.
What do you think needs to change with me?
Well, that's why when I say that, that's what and again, like, I know you always feel like I'm lecturing you, but like your listeners don't know, but almost literally, it was funny when you asked me the other day, we were talking about your birthday and you were like, oh, what were you doing at 31? And I was like, oh, my life wasn't that much different from where your life is at 31.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think the major difference was I was dealing with a lot of mental health stuff. Like I was really depressed and anxious at that time.
Yeah.
And on the other, like I said, on the other side of that was kind of this happiness that I have now. But I realized that to get to that happiness, I really had to change a lot of things with myself. And it started with a lot of habits, just my own habits. So that's why I say like, I think you're extremely close to everything you want with literally like honestly, like it's not even a lot, bro. Like two or three habits. If you were to change them, I think it would help you so much because like you mentioned your ADHD. I feel like it would help that. It would help clear things up there.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll just help you feel more clear-headed, more focused on what you're doing, a more solidified path. You would feel less into the grind. And we talked about this the other day.
Yeah, I'm kind of just over the grind. Like, I'm always just like, go. Like, it's just, I'm tired of it.
And you're used to it. And I think that also, like, that also is another reason why I'm kind of glad we're moving, because I feel like LA really can bring that out of you, right? Because you have to have that hustle and that grind to make it
to survive here. You
have to do it, because you're always trying to figure out the next gig, where I'm gonna get the money. Okay, I'm trying to buy this now. I'm trying to get this. Mm-hmm. You're always in that hustle, and then it's so easy for other things to get put on the back burner, or get put in the background, or just kind of
like my health
get pushed off to the side and say, okay, I got to figure this out to do that. You know what I mean? I always tell you, like, I'm a testament to that. I did it to the point to where my therapist was like, yo, we got a lot of things to sort out, and it's so bad that I don't think you can do it while working. So I'm gonna have to take you out of work for a little bit. Like, that's the situation I was in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it took me realizing, like, without that hustle, and I feel like it's almost like we literally had this conversation at work earlier in a meeting, kind of just how this newer generation and the pandemic has showed a lot of people that, there's so much more to life
than
outside of just working and the grind and trying to make it and trying to figure it out and all of that. So in doing that, you kind of reconnect to yourself, and you reconnect to the things you love. You reconnect to the things you're passionate about. So I think
Pastor Bryan.
No, and
I meant to say Pastor Bryan.
And I think you're on the verge of like that, right? And I think it's different in that you already know. You know broke girl therapy. You know what you want to do. You have a vision for this and where you want to take it, and all the things that you want to have in the BGT ecosystem. Like, we've talked about it. I know it. I see it, and it's so feasible. But for me, I'm just like, if you were to just like, in this moment in time that you have right now, to like focus on yourself. You know what I mean? I'm a big universe person, so apologies to all the people who don't really rock with that. But to me, I feel like the universe has put you in this perfect situation to like really focus on those other things. Just like me, right? I feel like when that happened, when my therapist took me out of work, my first reaction was, damn, I'm that fucked up. I'm that fucked up that I gotta like be taken out of work. But then I thought about it, and I was like, yo, I like have like a once in a lifetime opportunity
to recharge.
Like, I've literally, like, he's just giving me like open slate.
Yeah.
He's like, it might be 6 months, it might be a year, it might be more than that. But let's just focus on you. And when I looked at it as like that, of like, oh, this is about me. We're not
supposed to just like live to work.
Exactly.
Like, it's so fucked up.
Exactly.
And I'm so tired of this point of like choosing, and you're right, because I've chosen work and I've chosen money. I've chosen the survival thing over like me, you know? And I think that's the biggest reason why I do want to move, you know, because one, yes, move in with you, which is amazing, but also just move out of the city because I just need kind of like a refresh of like what's really important in life, you know? And like, granted, brocal therapy will always be like one of my number ones, and for sure, you know? But as far as like this whole survival mode and just trying to like just, you know, like just float pretty much, like, has been my lifestyle for the past 5 years, you know? And I'm gone to this point now where I'm just like, this shit like does not fucking matter. No. And I've worked for companies where I've done above and beyond, worked longer hours, like literally just like slaved away for them for like minimal fucking payment. You know what I mean? Right. Where I'm like, why did I like literally give my blood, sweat, and tears and my energy towards a company that doesn't give a shit about me and is not even paying me?
I'm gonna tell you
that
why.
we want to, you know, because we're told that that's what we're supposed to do, but it's like I'm neglecting my mental health and my health in general.
100%. And I'm gonna tell you why you did that. The same reason why I worked for free for a year and a half at the radio station before getting the actual position. You know what I mean? Because we tell ourselves, And that's the thing, right? That's the fucked up thing about the grind, right? Is that it's a fucking hamster wheel. You're just going in a circle, but in your mind, you're like, okay, I'm gonna grind here, pay my dues. I'm gonna take this shit pay. I'm gonna take this shit that I gotta eat from the boss every day, these bullshit work conditions, and just put all of this because I'm gonna pay my dues and get to the next level. And then you get to the next level, and it's a whole nother set of dues you gotta pay. It's a whole nother the grind. It restarts. It starts all over again. Yeah. So then you back on the wheel, and then you're constantly just trying to get to the next level. So life becomes just getting to the next level. Versus like actually experiencing things and living life. Right.
And that's kind of, I feel like that was my like year last year. Yeah. Like I felt like I had so many different things. Like I had, three different roommates. Like I had people move out, and then I had like try to get a new job and adjusting to that new job.
And you had a lot of life that happened. Yeah.
4 weddings, like fucking 4 bachelorettes. Like I've had, you know what I mean? Like and it's like, if y'all know, bachelorettes and going to weddings and you're a part of the wedding is not cheap, Yeah. So like wanting to just like,
I know you're really stressed about money last year.
I was really stressed. And like, how do I financially keep up with this? How do I, like, fucking please everyone at work? How do I still do broke girl therapy? Like, how do I, like, there was just so many.
You still wanted to be the good girlfriend.
And I still wanted to be an amazing girlfriend. Yeah. So it was like so much that I was like, fuck.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah. And at the end of it, like, what? I've lost some friends. I lost the job. And then all I have is me now.
Right.
Damn, I'm about to cry.
That's what I'm saying. You were kind of forced into that. So that's what I'm saying, to circle back to what I was saying earlier, where I
did all this shit for these jobs and these friends, and what do you get? Nothing back.
Right.
You get them to fucking ditch you and not talk to you ever again.
That's what I'm saying.
Fire you.
It's okay, baby.
Sorry.
To circle back what I was saying earlier, where I was at when I was your age, when I was 31, I'm saying like I'm hella older, but it's only a few years. But when I was at 31, I was like you, right? I wasn't working, I was unemployed, and then I had got a job, right? And I thought this job was, and again, right, I thought I had to kill it. I thought I had to get everything. And that's what I did. And I was great at it. I crushed it. I killed it, bro. They were like, yo, you're like the fastest promotion we've ever had. Like,
wow.
You went from this to this in like 2 months. Like, right. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely killed it. But in the end, was like I was saying earlier, the end of it was my therapist saying like, yo, I got to take you out of work because you have all this other stuff that you've ignored.
Right. And now it's piled up.
Yeah. And for the past 2 years, and it's piled up. You have to deal with it because it's affecting not only your mental health, but, physical health and all of that. And everything was being affected to where I was just like, I had to do it. So I guess I say all of that to say that those lectures are just me trying to be like, yo, I'm trying to save you, like that 2-year gap where shit is really fucked up and really rough.
Yeah.
And like, you could like fix it now. Not even fix it, because I don't want to say like something's broken or something wrong with you.
But
just certain things.
Pick up new habits.
Right.
Pick
just
up
certain
great,
things.
good habits.
Yeah, that you could alter, like, and it could be, that's what I'm saying, just start small. I know you kind of look at me and be like, oh, well, you maybe do this and you do that. And I'm saying, you don't even have to look at me and say, oh, I got to work out 5 times a day every day for over an hour. You don't even got to do all that. I'm saying if you just
he's telling me I need to go to the gym. That's what he's
No. If you just go walk for like 30 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week, it's gonna clear your mental. That's why I was telling you, that's what you were like. Are you fat shaming me? I'm like, no, not at all. I'm saying for your mental, like it's gonna help your mental so much. It's not even about like the physical. Like most people, I feel like, and we gotta have a pod with Rachel, because I know Rachel would.
Oh yes, Rachel.
Rachel would like really. Oh, yeah. Rachel would really feel me on all of this stuff.
Okay, maybe next week when we come back from our trip.
Yeah,
I'll invite her over. Rachel, I'm texting you soon.
Definitely, because I know that she's someone who can attest to that. Just when you kind of dealing with mental health stuff and you kind of have stuff going on, how working out can really help that. And that's what it was for me. For me, yeah, it was. I was trying to just get healthy and be better, but a lot of it was my mental health. And that's what it started off as. It started as me just going for walks to clear my head.
Yeah.
And then realizing like, oh, damn, I can't really walk that far because I'm that out of shape. And then being like, all right, let me get my shit together.
Right.
But I'm saying, if you just do that to clear your head, like I'm saying, if you just,
Oh, my
20
dad.
minute walk in the morning,
I feel like
20
you
minute
remind
walk
me
in the
so much of
evening.
my dad because this is all that he like does. It's just like Stefanie, except he does it in a fat shaming way because Filipinos are toxic.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Older Filipinos, because y'all know the fat shaming thing.
But I'm saying just do it as to like build
Yeah,
a
you just sound like
routine.
my dad.
To like
You just
build a
sound like my
routine
father.
to be on track and to be on, not saying you have to have a schedule, but just to have something where you have that foundation. So when there is chaos and maybe, you know what I mean, you're not feeling that great or something else or life happens, you still have that foundation to fall back on, and it's not just chaos on top of the normal chaos that your life is every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying your life in particular, but chaos that life can be every day. Just, life brings enough of that.
Yeah.
We can avoid some of that.
I told y'all that he loves to lecture me.
It's not a lecture. It's just, I was trying to help you. And then that's also my other point. As we move on to this next phase, it's just like, let's be on the same page, because
Right.
I don't want to be in chaos every day. That chaos that life doesn't bring, right?
Yeah. And I'm chaotic.
I mean, not you. I think it's just,
No, I am.
okay. A little bit. But that's the thing. I think it's such a controlled chaos that it's hard for me to call it chaos. But I think
It is a controlled chaos, but it's my ADHD, and I know that's not an excuse, but it's just a reason. It's an understanding, and I think being diagnosed with it, like, definitely has given me a better understanding of why, like, I am the way that I am, because before I just didn't understand why I was always like so scatterbrained and so like all over the place, So now that like I have this diagnosis and I've talked to people who have this diagnosis, and I'm, like researching things online and like watching these videos, like I'm getting like a better understanding of like why I work the way that I work and how to like, process them, because, just because I have ADHD doesn't mean I can't be successful. I can't do things. There's so many people have ADHD. Like, I think to a certain extent, I think that we all kind of do. I think it just becomes a problem, obviously, when it like takes over your life and when it's like very extreme, kind of like anxiety. It's like we kind of live, all of us as a human experience have anxiety, but when it just gets to a certain point and it really affects your life negatively, then that's when it's an issue. And that's like with my ADHD, because I was like, I have ADHD too, but it's like, it's kind of like one of those anxieties. It's like, okay, but like we all get anxious, yes, but is it an issue? Because I don't, I don't think.
Are you finna be outside the Vons crying?
Right.
In Koreatown.
Exactly. Is that you? What?
Yeah. Where were we
you were in Ralph's. Yeah,
sorry.
you had a panic attack.
Same Vons or Ralph, same thing.
It was it's across the street. But anyways.
Both LA stores.
Yeah. But it's like, no, I like, I've cried so many times just wishing I didn't have fucking ADHD. Like, because it's for someone who's like so passionate and like has all these goals and, wants the best for myself. Like, it's like this thing that I feel like has held me back because I just didn't understand that I had it,
Yeah.
Like I would try to compare myself to those who didn't have it. And I'm like, why am I not understanding like this fucking Joe Schmo over here? Like, why am I not getting it? Like something's wrong with me. But it's like, I just work differently. I actually talked to Quay about it, and not to put his business out there, but it's fine. Sorry,
not to put his business out there, but we finna do it.
He has ADHD. He was diagnosed as a kid, but he was like, bruh, I just use it as like my superpower.
Yeah.
Like, is you just got to know how to use your powers. That's it. Like, if anything, we're amazing because we have all of these qualities. You just got to know how to use it.
And that's what I was gonna say. That's where I come in as your teammate, not to lecture you, but to be like, yo, okay. You got this. This is what we working with. The same way you do with me in my depression and anxiety and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay, maybe we can do we can try this and do this to see if it helps you. You know what I mean? So that's where I be coming from. I know you always feel like
I'm just teasing you when I say you lecture me.
No, because you said that shit the other night when we were having a serious convo and you were like, oh, I don't feel like being lectured right now.
I didn't feel like being lectured.
But that's what I was trying to say. You like, I'm not trying to lecture you. I'm trying to like really have some real talk right now.
Yeah.
So that's all it was. I know you take it as a you. That's the thing.
Hey, comment below, you guys, and let me know if this is a lecture or not. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, would you feel like you're being like? I mean, I know what he's saying is right. I agree. I don't disagree. But like, sometimes you'd be sitting there like, look, I know my life is in shambles, but right now. Or just, I don't know. It's just a lecture. He's giving me a lecture.
No,
he's teaching me.
But here's the thing. I feel like
he's teaching me what I need to do better.
I feel like a lecture would be me telling you all these things and then being like, all right, Steph, go do it. To where I'm like, yo, I'm with you. Like I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not willing to like get in the mud and do with you.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it's not a lecture. Because I'm willing to do it. We really always tell you that, bro. I'll be like, we partners. I got your back. But then you be like, I'm doing shit my way.
You're my best friend.
Got you.
You're my motherfucking best friend.
You feel me, bro?
I feel you, bro. You're my best friend.
The weirdness. Y'all see the weirdness that I see all the time? Y'all don't get to see the side of her. That's my best friend. Y'all don't get to see the side of her.
No, I get even weirder.
Oh, for sure. They don't even know. This is not even barely scratching the surface right now.
I get fucking weird.
Definitely.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on that when I just started getting like really weird? You're like, oh, she's not as cool as she seems.
No, not because every woman has that. That, like I said, when every woman has that side when they really like someone or into someone, fall for someone, it all happens. And not to just make it a woman thing. Men do it too. Yeah,
it was so funny. Like Jess called me out on it too because she like heard me talk to you on the phone and she was just like, "Was that bae?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, you be sounding different." I'm like, "What?"
No, it is.
And she's like, "But with every guy that you've dated, you like have sounded different with each and every single one." And I was like,
interesting.
Yeah. I was like, "What do you mean?" I mean, I don't want to bring up my ex because that's weird, but it's fine. She just says like. With my ex, because with my ex, like, he's from the South. He's like from Alabama. She said that I would talk real Southern and like real, like I like talked really Southern to him, which was so weird. I feel like I did, but I guess like thinking back, yeah, because it's like I kind of, you pick up the other person's like demeanor and the way that they talk, and like he had like a really deep South. I mean, he's from Birmingham, like deep South, so like I would talk very deep South. And so, but I'm like, with you, I don't talk like that. I don't know. I don't know what I was like with you.
Yeah, that's because I feel like you have pretty similar slang to like my slang when we started talking. Like you would say bruh and stuff. Yeah, I feel like you might say it a little more now, but I feel like I've
always said bruh.
Yeah, I've always heard you say that. You've always said hella.
Yeah, I've always said hella. Yeah, because it's the same. But I mean, I think as far as like the cutesiness, I just get like.
Yeah, it's funny because
I don't think I've ever, the way that I'm cute with you, I've never been like that with like any guy.
No, I noticed because in front of some people though, you don't.
Oh yeah, I don't like to show people that shit. The fuck?
You're like.
I'd be like, bruh.
It'd be so weird. You'd be like, Brian?
Brian?
Like, you don't never call me that. She's like babe or
I
something.
know, but sometimes I feel weird calling you babe in front of people.
Yeah, it's because you call me babe in front of Jess. I'm trying to think of who we were around. Because
Jess lives with me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of who we were around.
If it's someone that we don't see that often, like I probably won't call you like babe. I'll just
I don't remember. Maybe it was
I get really weird. I don't know.
Maybe it was at Rhea's wedding.
Oh really?
Because I noticed it and it was just like
they're like
so,
my family,
and it was like so weird to me, and I was like, "But you've never called me Brian this much in a day." Like what? I just thought, but then I was like, "Oh, because she's in front of and I think these people that you've grown up in front of."
Right. It's like plus they have like never seen me in a relationship since like high school, and even then when I was with like my high school boyfriend for 5 years, like we never called each other like babe or anything. It was always like bruh. Like,
nah, bro, I'm a Cancer, man, so you're going to get all of the schmo-ness, as you like to call it. The schmo-y.
Yeah, you get real cutesy. So I think that's probably why I'm like extra cutesy with you than I've ever been with any guy, because you're just very cutesy. So like it brings it out of me. I think like, depending on who I'm with. Again, my ex was like real Southern, so I like got real Southern too. Then like with you, you're like a Cancer, you're schmo-y. And then so I become that.
I'm not me.
Not like me. Yeah, you're not like me. But you're just like you're just like very like you're like a fucking baby.
In some ways,
you're like a child.
I like to be held.
You do,
for sure.
You're like, can you rub my back? Can you scratch my head? God,
put me on blast.
Yeah, let your friends know.
It's fine. I don't care.
A big ass baby.
I don't care. That's a lot of niggas is like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Every dude with their girl is like a big ass baby.
But if I can't do that with you, then why are we together?
That's I would not want you to be like.
That's how I feel. If I can't be like that with you, then no, we don't need to be like. If I don't feel comfortable enough to do that with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I know.
Well, I love you too. Then.
I love you, and it's not a lecture. I just be
lecturing.
As we move on together. I just want us to be on the same page.
I know. So we're gonna move in together this year.
Few months.
And you know, it's like so exciting, but it's always like, for me, it's like it's exciting and scary for, you know, different reasons. I've never lived outside of LA, and I've never lived with a boyfriend, so it's just like these two huge new things, and I'm just trying to tell myself to kind of enjoy every single moment. Because last year, I think I was just checking things off the list and trying to get to the next thing and the next thing. And I'm trying to cherish, like, even if we're not there yet, just cherish this process, you know, because we will be there. And it's going to be an experience. And I think, I mean, I'm excited. I've never, like, shared a space with, you know, another man like this. Like, we're going to, like, live together. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's...
Like, we don't want to take flights to see each other. You know what I mean? Like, we just, like, I'll be seeing you.
Yeah, it's going to be a trip.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be... I just can't... I can, but I'm curious to see what it's going to be like, that moment when you're just, like, just over it. You're like,
don't say that. Don't try to manifest me being over it.
No, I'm not over the relationship, but I know, because here's the thing. Like I said, I've had friends, and I'm thinking specifically, I had a friend when he moved to New York with his girl, was now his wife. He had a moment where he called me and he was just like, I fucking hate it here. And it didn't have anything to do with his girlfriend at the time, but the eventual wife. But he was just like, yo, like, why the fuck did I leave where I was comfortable at California to move over here, and it's cold and I'm dealing with this, and I don't have no friends over here. You know what I mean? That's saying no. I'm like, I don't want it to happen, but I almost feel like it's inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, that's gonna be that transition. That's gonna be so normal. I'm like mentally preparing for that too. Is that, like, I know at one point, especially in the beginning, like, I'm going to grieve and be sad about my life in LA. Yeah. You know, like, I'm gonna miss it. But it doesn't take away of, like, you know, if I really do hate the city, then we'll talk about it and find another city or come back. Whatever, we'll figure it out when we get to that point, if we ever even do, because who knows, we could love it. And, you know,
which I think will be the case.
I think we will. Yeah. I mean, we're going this week. We'll have a better idea once we go on our trip and, like, fill it out. And if we really hated it, then we could think of another city.
Basing it off of both of our friend groups that are out there already, I think, like, we're both very aligned with those friend groups and kind of what we want out of life and where we want to be.
Right.
So I think that those two, like, families already out there, you know what I mean? I think kind of lets us know, like, okay, we'd fit in here too as well.
Right, exactly. And so, yeah. And, you know, I mean, it's just, like, I'm just nervous. Obviously, like, I think for me, like, I think I'm, like, nervous of just, like, upsetting you while we live together.
Oh, no. I mean, don't worry about that. It's gonna happen though, because you're gonna upset me. I'm gonna upset you. It's just it's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's a part of the. But
that's why we agreed on, like, having more rooms, because we're like, so we can each have our own room.
Yeah, but I think it's also,
we want
like,
our own bedroom just in case, like, we could have our own little space.
It's a part of the growing. I feel like we went through this in our relationship early on. I remember when we hit that patch where it felt like we were just arguing all the time.
Yeah,
you know, well, not all the time, but we would argue more.
I was on a low though. I was, like, overwhelmed with shit.
Yeah, so I feel like it's just the same thing. You learn. We're gonna learn just how we were learning to be in a relationship together. Yeah, you learn how to live together, and it's kind of like, okay, like, you know, and I think that's the thing. Every argument, you know what I mean? You'd be like, hey, you know, I don't like when you do this, or hey, I don't really like when you approach things like this, or when you say that, you know. And then we learn, and then you move forward, and then the next time it's not as big of an issue because you've had that conversation from the last time. So I think it won't be any different moving in together. And like you said, we communicate, and it's not.
Yeah, we were great at communicating, and I'm just excited. I think just to, like, start a foundation, like, start, you know. Obviously we both want a family, and you guys, we're not gonna have kids anytime soon. Don't like.
No,
Yesenia is like really pushing for it,
right?
For us to get married too.
Shout out Yesenia, even though she don't watch.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for the life that we're gonna build together, and it's like the first this is the first real adult relationship I've ever had. And now we're just like going to like start a life, because I've been independent for so long that it's like, I will say, like, I think there's a lot of power in being independent, but there's a lot of greatness with having a partner, you know?
For sure.
That I'm like, okay, like we could tackle things together, you know, and like we want the same things, and like we could work as a team. Because that's at the end of the day, like, that's what relationships are all about. I think sometimes we get so caught up in like trying to find this 6 foot, you know, tall, dark, and handsome type of dude with some good dick. And we're like, okay, but like, can you guys be partners in life?
Right.
Because as we grow older, and if you did, you know, if you just wanted some good dick, and that's fine, and you didn't want to settle down with anyone, that's okay. But if you are looking to settle down, you want like a real relationship, like these are the type of stuff that matters. Like, can you see yourself having this like partnership of life, you know?
Yeah.
And so we could see ourselves doing it, but we also are like so early in this stage. So we're definitely going to like have our moments. But I think so far, like we've been really great at communicating. We're open and honest with each other. We want the same things. So...
And I think that's the big thing.
I feel nothing but greatness. I just, you know.
Yeah. I think the big thing is we both have the same end goal, right? So I think a lot of times in some relationships, when maybe you don't already have that big goal in mind of whether it be moving in, whether it be marriage, whether it be family, whether it be kids, whatever the big goal is for the relationship, I think a lot of times those goals maybe aren't established. So... Or like you said, you don't see yourself doing those goals with that person.
Right.
So then when shit gets tough and then shit gets rocky, shout out Rocky.
My dog.
And then things are like, you're like, well, why am I putting up with this person?
Right.
And it's easier to quit and give up. So I think with us, it's different because we know that we're building up to something. So even if things get difficult, if things get hard or challenging and trying to figure it out, it's not like...
We're against each other. We're on the same team. Right. We're not against each other.
Exactly. It's not like, damn, why am I doing this? It's kind of, at least for me, it's kind of like, well, okay, how do we do this together? Like, okay, maybe my approach isn't right in this. How can I help Steph do this? Or, you know, maybe you would being like, okay, he's having a bad day, his anxiety's acting up. Maybe, like, how can I support that and help him get to where he got to get to? So I think, like you said earlier, we complement each other in that way of just really, you know, having that common goal that we're working towards. So when things do come up and then things are difficult, we can still work towards it.
Yeah. Oh, love that. Best friends for life.
Well, all these scratches, just notice, what are all these scratches on your hand
from? Junie. It's from
Junie. I interact with Junie just as much as you, and my hands don't look like that.
No, but yeah.
What's going on, babe?
I'm her mom.
Junie,
that's why.
I'm her favorite.
Cat moms, y'all know.
I'm her favorite. Junie, I don't have not
it's
one scratch on me.
It's because I always grab her and like force her to cuddle with me.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like, stop it. And like now my hands are all like scraped. Even like my arm.
Your animals are so used to like the shock that you put them through when they're in there. The pets will be asleep, knocked out, cold, down for the count. And Steph's going to grab them. She's going to shake them. Come here. Yeah. And she's going to hug him.
And then kiss him.
Yeah, I always feel so bad. I would scratch you too if you did that. Like, I'm sleeping, bruh.
No, it's whatever. They're fine. She's used to it. They're used to it.
Sleep right now.
We're both used to it.
Look, you about to get Rocky in a second. I already know. As soon as we're done recording.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you look so cute just sleeping there. Anyways, any last words? Any more lectures?
No more lectures. I'm excited for the future.
We got
excited
this,
to see what things. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next step. I feel like I've been in this like transitional space for a little bit, and
You're excited, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to take the jump. Like I was telling you earlier, I just thinking not only just our relationship, I feel like in life, I'm ready to kind of just really switch it up.
Yeah. When do you want to get married, and when do you want to have kids?
I told K Rich we probably need him 2024.
What years? So in 2 years?
Yeah, probably like around there.
Oh shit. Okay.
We've already had preliminary talks.
So you already know how you're gonna propose?
Yeah, I have an idea. I have a pretty good idea.
You do know my request, though.
Yeah, your request will be met.
Okay, my request is to have my friends Nina and Kelsey be there to record it.
I haven't talked to Nina or Kelsey about it yet,
but they know. Like I told them,
I have an idea in my head of how I want things to go and where them bring what roles they play in that,
and have them bring some press on nails because most likely I won't have my nails done.
No, we'll figure it out.
And so like,
because then what we're going
so
to,
like when you propose, I could be like, wait, before we take a photo, let me put on these press on nails real quick.
Because here's the thing though, I've already thought about it. Because then where we're moving to, you have a friend there, I have another ally to kind of help me.
Okay. Oh, and I helped her get engaged.
That's what I'm saying. So I've already
and actually,
thought
Kellen was really good at doing the whole. Like she had no idea.
That's
like,
what
you need to talk to Kellen.
I've already given this a lot of thought, babe. You don't worry about it.
And I really don't want to be like in front of like a ton of people.
It's just gonna be us. Don't worry.
Okay,
baby,
but I need
baby, just let me do my thing.
But
bro.
I need it to be recorded. Like you need to have a mic on.
Let me do my thing, please.
Please let me put it on the pod.
Please let me do my thing.
Okay.
Please.
But I don't want a crowd. I feel weird if there's like a crowd.
Let me do my thing.
But we also probably need a photographer too.
Let me do my thing.
So the recording like have like a photographer, like a wedding photographer.
Already got it. It's gonna be like some. You know what job I work in. I watch YouTube couples do this shit all day.
Ugh, I don't like YouTube couples though.
But I'm saying I already got this shit down. I already know how I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
I've seen plenty of engagements. I know your requirements, and I know the fly shit that I want to do. So.
So when do you want to have kids?
I already know. I don't know. I don't know that one.
I think I'm like more excited to have kids.
You are, and we're opposite because I'm like more excited about a wedding, and you're more excited about children.
Like marriage, I could wait. Like marriage is like it's fine. Like I don't need to get married like right now. But I'm not opposed to getting married. Like I want to get married. I'm just not like.
I feel like the wedding might.
I'd rather just like be a mom.
No, I think the wedding's gonna happen first though.
You just want the wedding to happen first.
No, if you think about it though, like everything we want to do, right? The pandemic, as much as the pandemic was great in bringing us together, it fucked up a lot of shit that we want to do together.
Yeah,
like there's all that stuff that I still want to do together before we have kids.
Yeah.
And just thinking realistically, if we're moving this year, it's probably not going to really happen this year.
I know. I feel like you're like okay with like not having kids or like just one.
No, yeah,
like
I would be
one,
good with
but
just
like
one.
like 10 years from now.
No, I'm old. We can't do that. I told you, like for me, it's probably like 36.
Okay. Oh, that's in 2 years. So you want a wedding and a kid in 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I ain't getting no younger, baby.
Oh no, that's unrealistic. Because first off, I look.
Why is that unrealistic?
Because I'm trying to lose like 60 pounds for my wedding. And
baby, if we get married in 2024, let's do okay.
Yes.
That's 30 pounds a year. It's very doable.
And I'm not about to lose that 60 pounds and then have a kid right away. No. I want to have these 60 pounds less and thrive a little bit and like live in our marriage or whatever and then have a kid. Or have a kid first and then I could lose the whatever pounds and then yeah, I just can't have it all. That's too much pressure on my body.
Okay, y'all, but this is
y'all women, come on.
Okay, ladies, right? But this is my conundrum, right? This is the trouble I run into because this what happens with Steph and I. Earlier in the episode, she said I'm fat shaming her, trying to get her to go to the gym, and now she's saying how she want to lose 60 pounds. And here's where my brain kicks in. Is you don't have to wait until a couple years to lose 60 pounds.
But I'm just saying, like I still
we could do that.
But I want to.
We could have that done by the end of the year.
But here's the thing, women, y'all know what I'm saying though. It's not even just saying I'm trying to wait till then. I'm just trying to say I want to stay in my wedding weight for a minute because your wedding weight is the best weight.
That's what I'm
saying. But I'm not trying to get pregnant on my wedding weight.
Babe, listen,
I want to live on my wedding weight for a minute.
Babe, peep game. I love how this is a regular conversation that we would have on the pod, that we would normally have. This is how we normally talk.
Yeah.
Peep game. right? So let's just say it's January, my nigga. You can be down 60 lbs by fall.
I know.
September, October.
But I don't want to have a kid right after the wedding. I want to be at my wedding.
Let me talk.
You don't understand.
No, you're not letting me talk. So let's say you're down to your wedding weight in let's worst case scenario, not even worse, but just let's push it. Let's say November 2022.
Okay.
We're probably not gonna get married until like I don't know when you want to get married, like what time of the year.
So are you proposing in 2 years, or are you gonna propose in a year and then we get married? Because usually people will wait a year before they get married.
Well, we don't have to wait a year though.
I'm gonna wait a year. Are you kidding me? I'm not trying to rush a wedding.
You don't have to rush it, but I'm saying we don't have to wait a whole year. We can do like 9 months, or we can do something like that. We'll figure it out, man. But I'm just saying,
he's just trying to get married.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, but I think that goes back to what we were saying earlier.
No.
Let me talk. That goes back to what we were saying earlier, is how you were like, well, I want to do this and I want to do that. My thing is, we don't have to wait to do that. We can do all of that stuff right now.
I don't want to have a kid right now.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about getting everything prepared to have a kid, getting your body the way you want to have it, having your life the way you want to have it. That's what I'm saying. But you say I'm lecturing you. I'm just saying let's get on the same page. I'm not saying you're lecturing.
I'm just saying I don't want a kid right after I get married.
Okay.
Around the same year.
Look,
I don't want a wedding and being pregnant the same year.
Sweetheart, it's your body. We're gonna have a baby whenever you want to, like, cause you run that.
Thank you.
So I'm not
my body, my choice.
I'm not contesting you on that. All I'm saying is, I guess just that's just my thing.
Let's
not put it off. We don't have to put stuff off. We can just do it right now.
I feel like
and not having kids or getting married. I'm just saying, like, in terms of the preparation.
Oh yeah, no, that's what we're doing. We're starting now.
But when I tell you that, you tell me I'm lecturing you.
Whatever. I'm over this conversation. Next thing is, what I'm trying to say is, you guys, he looks like he's so excited to get married, but what he's really mostly excited about is the wedding,
the party.
That's before the marriage part. It's like he wants that party so bad.
Y'all don't understand. I'm a music nerd.
He wants it to be like a concert for him. Like,
I'm a music nerd, and in my head, the same way women have pictured the wedding and the dress and this and that, I picture the playlist and the party, and how it's gonna go up, and that's why. Bless you. Me. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm excited. Like, what I told you, like, when we were like, we even started talking about wedding stuff. I said, babe, you can do whatever you want. If you just let me control the music, it's good. But you got to let me control the music, because I'm going to want to do some unconventional things even during the ceremony.
I already told my mom, because, like, she hates.
Oh, your mom's going to hate it.
She hates any cuss words in music. Ooh, I told her,
I was
like,
explicit versions at our wedding.
Yeah, so I said, I was like, just let you know, in my future wedding.
Oh yeah, she's not gonna be happy.
There's gonna be a lot of hip hop.
I apologize in advance.
And she was like, "Oh,
like, you don't know, babe. Like,
it is what it is. She has to deal with it."
In my head, I'm going back and forth over what songs is gonna play after we say I do.
You have a set list.
It's not gonna be your typical. It's turning up. It's okay. I do.
It's gonna be Liz. Fuck. It's gonna be Liz.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to. I'll run those by you, but we could figure out. What? One is a Jay-Z song, one's a Kanye song. I don't know which one.
And also, Bryan told me that he wants to get Dolla to come out and, like, perform a song. And I was like, fucking right. Right. I'm sorry. I love you, but, like, you ain't gonna get Dolla to perform at our wedding. You really go get... Yeah, right. Check back in 2 years to see if he gets because he's not gonna get Dolla.
The way you doubt me makes me want to do it even more.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck around and really what I've envisioned. I'm gonna pull that off, and then you're just gonna be standing there in tears, and I'm gonna just be like, I told you.
If Dolla doesn't come, then you have to let me play 2 Britney Spears albums in a row at the wedding.
That's not gonna happen. But I can guarantee, if it's not Dolla, we're gonna have an artist, a recording artist,
okay, sure,
that we both enjoy to listen to at the wedding for sure. I have a lot of you doubt my connections, bro.
So,
you doubt my connections. You doubt my connections. It's fine.
I'm just like, okay,
but it's fine. You can doubt them.
You don't know Ty Dolla $ign, babe.
I don't, but I know people who can call Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, but Ty Dolla $ign, it doesn't have time to be like, oh, let's go to this random wedding. Like,
I'm not saying Ty Dolla $ign's finna come for free, but I'm saying he's gonna be at our wedding.
You won't pay for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep down me, bro. This wedding, I'm not playing, bro. The wedding will be one for the century. And don't worry, y'all, it's gonna be recorded so y'all can watch.
It's definitely gonna be recorded. It's gonna be on the podcast. Anyways.
We went on a 15-minute tangent about.
We did, about our wedding.
That was like really a regular conversation, though. That's how
we do talk about our wedding pretty often, and I'm just like, okay. But you're just like so excited for the music. You just want it to be like.
That's the best part.
It is.
I mean, obviously outside of.
Where do you want the wedding to be? Like, where do you envision it?
K Rich was asking me. I was thinking maybe like Napa somewhere in Napa, some wine country.
Really? You like want it at a wedding venue?
Well, here's the thing. I
don't want it at a wedding venue because I want like hella food trucks. And wedding venues, you can't like have food trucks.
I get that.
I really want like a massive, nice backyard wedding.
But here, you do want that. But
and like hella food trucks and different types of food. Man. Like I want this to be like a food festival. Like I want options of food.
But like we went to Ria's wedding and we were at that winery, or was that a vineyard?
I think it was a vineyard.
That vineyard was fly. That was some fly shit. And I was like, it
was beautiful. Cello Farms is beautiful.
That was some fly shit.
I want a backyard. And I want food trucks. You can't have food trucks there.
Backyard just scares me because it sounds very small.
How many people do you want at the wedding? I love that they're just listening to like our wedding plans right now.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. It'd probably be 100.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, we could find like a big.
Well, we gotta have the dance floor. We gotta have the photo area.
The reason why is because I want it to be in a house because I want one room to be a karaoke room.
So I mean, is that the deal breaker? We can have a karaoke. We can make sure that you have.
I need a karaoke.
You can make sure you have your room for you.
I need a karaoke room, and I need food trucks.
Okay, that's fine.
That's honestly all my requirements.
I feel like we.
I don't give a fuck how bougie it is. I feel like we both have.
I feel like our must-haves align.
Yeah.
So I think we're good.
Yeah, I just need food trucks and a fucking karaoke room.
We'll figure it out. But I don't know. Like I said, your friend's wedding that we went to, man, Rhea, that show was some fly shit.
So beautiful.
That was some fly shit. So it really made me rethink what
Shout out to the Malones.
Yeah.
Okay. Plug yourself because we're over time and we've just rambled about our wedding, even though you haven't even proposed.
That's why I'm wondering if y'all even interested in this
right. Shit. He hasn't even proposed yet.
And
we haven't even like lived together yet. Let's see if we even make it.
Valid.
Shit. You never know. I mean, I have high hopes for us. I know we gonna make it, but let's just one thing at a time.
You're not gonna sing with me like you do HK?
No.
Okay.
It's HK exclusive only.
I have to be Filipino to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
You're not going to sing with me because I'm not
Shout
HK?
Out HK. So, yeah.
Plug yourself. Was I saying something before?
No, that was it. Plug myself. We up out of here. Y'all all lurk me on Instagram anyways, but you could give me a follow, bgrace222. I see y'all looking. My stories don't never be that much when Stefanie don't post me. So.
Oh, really? They lurk you?
They be coming. I normally get like maybe 150.
Yeah. How cute. That's cute.
125, 150, somewhere in there looking at my stories. Oh no, if you post me, we're easily in the 300s.
Really?
Oh yeah. Sharing my story from the other day with Junie, you was in the 300s.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Y'all be lurking. It's fine. Y'all can follow me too. I mean, I'm not gonna follow y'all back, but you can follow me.
That's mean.
I mean, it's not. But here's my thing. Now that I'm in a relationship, I don't want to send the wrong message, so I'm not finna follow none of y'all back.
Okay. We like that.
Yeah.
We like that. Okay, and then follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. And guys, send me questions, stories. This is the first episode I've done and didn't like answer questions. It's fine.
Yeah.
But send us questions. I want to, or just stories, because we just want to kiki and talk some shit. All right. Love you, bitches. Bye.
Broke girl therapy. Broke girl therapy. Broke girl therapy.
Broke girl therapy. Broke girl therapy. Broke girl therapy. Broke girl therapy. Broke girl therapy.